This is Bangalore or Bangalore, where every son and every daughter of India heads to make a decent living, where every meal includes dosa and every sunset is breathtaking. But like any grand city in the world, Bangalore runs on coffee. This is Cyrus. There's not a man in Bengaluru like him because Cyrus has never had a drop of coffee in his life.
Is it really true? Are you making this up? That you never had coffee?
No, but seriously, nobody in my family drinks any coffee.
Well, then you're in for a great treat because there where we're headed, no? It's a 6-hour journey.
6 hours in this?
Not in this. Something way more iconic.
Looks like you made some calls.
Yeah, to Apollo.
If you're going to go all the way, might as well name it, right? Name this journey.
I was thinking coffee run.
Sounds like temple run, but okay.
Apart from not having had coffee, Cyrus also didn't know that India is one of the largest producers of tyres in the world, and hence we called in for Apollo because, well, Apollo is the fastest growing in this space. They even acquired Vredestein, one of the oldest tyre makers in the business.
Alright guys, this is the first time, by the way, that Cyrus and I are on a road trip together. We are headed to Chikmagalur. Did you know there's no N in there? It's not Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur.
Yeah, Chikmagalur. But if you happen to stay in the city of Bangalore, a very pretty city.
Pretty city indeed.
Yes, but the traffic is not pretty.
Not at all.
So we recommend that you head out in some direction, any direction.
To Chennai to do a track day.
That would also involve a highway, a great looking one like this one. And it is in the midst of monsoons that Cyrus has decided to give in to a warm cup of coffee. It's going to be the OG coffee. That's the real coffee that you should be drinking. Not the lattes and the cappuccinos and the flat whites and this and that. You know what I'm talking about, or is this all alien speak for
It's
you?
all...
We have the perfect kind of tyres for this kind of a journey because when I called in Apollo, I called in for the Apterra HT2s. HT standing
Highway
for...
terrain.
Yes sir, thank you very much.
Apt.
So there is going to
like
be a
this.
good mix of this highway cruising here in the Legender, and then there is going to be some rains, some twisties. Tag reader. Oh. You see the tag work, the fast tag work, everything's falling together. The fast tag work, but something is missing.
I have no idea.
Coffee. What, you didn't get started?
Waiting for you. Is that coffee?
Yes.
You literally like 30 seconds ago gave me gyan about how you're going to have the best cup of coffee in the country.
We are going
And
to have
now-
the best cup of coffee.
And I'm having this. This is like supermarket spec coffee.
Why are you talking about coffee like you talk about cars? Supermarket spec. Coffee is coffee.
I'm so glad I'm driving here because
Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff I absolutely enjoy. I love driving on twisty roads like this.
Cyrus, you're driving through them like you're already high on coffee. Let's talk about the tyres that I've gotten along. It's the right time to speak about them while Cyrus drives like this. The Apterra HT2s, you know what tyre sipes are, right? There are treads, there are ribs, there are sipes. So the sipes on the Apterra HT2s, they're shaped like lightning. Why, you would ask? Well, that's because they are in pursuit of optimizing tyre noise. So the sipes, they're cutting out the tyre noise just like a good cup of coffee does cut out noise in the morning.
I've driven the Fortuner across the length and breadth of the country, and I know for a fact that this tyre is actually cutting up a whole bunch of tyre noise. And you know why that's really helpful? That reduces fatigue, and that's very important. It just keeps you fresher, more alert, like a cup of coffee would.
Yeah, now who's bringing up the coffee reference? But not just that, the tyres, by the way, they also come up with reinforced shoulder blocks. So literally when you're driving around like this, I can have a peace of mind knowing that the tyre's not going to buckle because the shoulder block is reinforced. You know what shoulder block is, right?
Yes.
It's of course going to up your confidence when you're going to be driving in an SUV like this, which typically has a high center of gravity.
It's good to have tyres that actually give you better grip, because you know what, this isn't a sports car and this isn't going to be super planted, but these tyres, and of course a set of brand new tyres, just sort of help me, just give me better confidence, I guess, on these corners.
How's the braking?
You have faith again.
Chikmagalur is the home of coffee in India, with its estate plantations dating back centuries. Over time, it has become the heart and soul of authentic South Indian filter coffee. Completely different from lattes and cappuccinos of the Western world, this is the coffee that will make Cyrus high.
You know what I can't believe? Something as exciting as coffee, or so you claim, comes from a place as serene and as peaceful as this.
This cafe, it belongs to a plantation owner who stays close by. Check this out, Cyrus. You are going to have your first cup of coffee while being surrounded by coffee plants.
Are these coffee plants?
Yes.
That's the first time I'm ever seeing them like up close in my life. They look like unripened jamuns, maybe, or like funky grapes or something.
Yeah, because they're green right now. In the month of Jan, which is the plucking season, they'll go red. Once you pluck them, that's when the whole coffeeification process begins.
Does it smell like coffee?
No, it won't yet. That's what I'm telling you. Cyrus, do that to the cup of coffee. Come. There's a small little bell. You want to ring it before you have your life's first cup of coffee?
Well, might as well. So I'll have a double cheese omelette with extra cheese, please.
That and traditional coffee with jaggery put into it.
With jaggery.
With jaggery, that's special.
Is that a
here.
more localized thing?
That's right. 2 filter coffee with jaggery. You're getting jittery already.
Yeah, I mean, it's my first cup of coffee. I don't know if I like it, so.
Smells good, huh?
It's quite hot though, I mean.
Yeah. And
That's not bad.
What Cyrus had consumed was undeniably the best coffee in India, born in lush plantations and handpicked for ultimate richness in taste. Cured with care and roasted with love, Chikmagalur filter coffee is an experience that must be had.
you feeling anything yet? Anything
No,
different?
but it was interesting. Wait, hold on. I think the coffee just kicked in.